Okay, let's dig into this. You're working with AI a lot, right? Using it for all sorts of things. But I mean, let's be honest, sometimes figuring out the right prompt feels a bit like, well, guesswork.
Oh, absolutely. Educated guesswork, maybe, on a good day.
Yeah. And you end up with good prompts scattered everywhere, old notes, chat logs, random files. It's kind of chaotic. How do you actually get past that messy trial and error stage? Like, how do you strategically manage and actually improve the instructions you're giving the AI?
Well, that's exactly what we're getting into today based on these sources. We're focusing specifically on Google's NotebookLM. Now, people often talk about it as, a research assistant for your documents,
Mm-hmm.
which it is. But the sources point to something else, something really interesting, using it as a kind of command center, a repository just for your own AI prompts.
Oh, okay. So the mission here isn't just using AI to read stuff for you. It's using a tool like NotebookLM to build a proper system for your own prompt engineering, like building your own personal super database to get better at talking to AI.
Precisely. And NotebookLM's core strength really makes this work. It's grounded. It's an AI assistant that works only with the sources you upload. PDFs, docs, web links, even transcripts like this. It builds its understanding based purely on your
Yeah.
content. That's key here.
Right. So instead of just, saving prompts wherever, you use NotebookLM to give them structure. You could set up different notebooks, maybe one for coding prompts, another for, say, marketing ideas, one for summarizing things.
Exactly. Each notebook becomes this curated space for a specific job or project type.
Makes sense.
And then inside those notebooks, you treat each prompt, or maybe a set of variations you tried, as its own source file, a separate document. But here's the really clever part. According to the sources, you don't just paste the prompt text, you actually embed metadata inside the text of that source file.
Metadata. Hang on, like what kind of details are we talking about adding in the document?
Think of it as adding context. For yourself, yes, but also for NotebookLM to analyze later. Things like which specific AI model you were aiming at, GPT-4, Gemini, whatever, the exact task it was meant for. Maybe a performance rating, you give it like 1 to 5 stars, a version number if you tweaked it, keywords, the use case.
Ah, okay. So the file isn't just the prompt, it's the prompt plus its whole backstory, how well it worked, where you used it.
Exactly. It's a record.
So that helps organize things, definitely. But how does that turn into the super database idea? It's more than just filing, you said.
Oh, much more. That's where the analytical engine aspect comes in, using its chat feature.
Yeah.
Because NotebookLM understands the content of your sources, including all that metadata you embedded. You could actually chat with your prompt collection.
Really? Like, ask it questions about my own prompts.
Yes. You could ask, show me all the prompts I used for creative writing that I rated 4 stars or higher when using Claude. Or, what are the differences in structure between my prompts for summarizing versus generating code?
Hmm.
It becomes this analytical partner, helping you see why some prompts might be working better based on your data, your ratings.
Huh. So it could spot trends, like maybe prompts that start with a certain phrase usually do better for task X, or adding negative constraints helps for task Y.
Precisely that. It helps you validate what's actually working based on the results you recorded in that metadata.
And the big advantage over just, say, pasting prompts into ChatGPT and asking it to analyze them is...
Force grounding. We keep coming back to it, but it's crucial.
Right.
NotebookLM is only looking at your uploaded prompts, your metadata, your notes, so the insights it gives you are reliable. They're tied directly to your experience. It's not going to invent details or, hallucinate about how well your prompts performed because it doesn't know anything except what you put in there.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Store, structure, analyze your own experiments. Got it.
Yeah.
But you also mentioned using it as a prompt writing assistant. How does that work?
Yeah, this is another really powerful angle from the sources. You can use the specific knowledge stored within a notebook to help you write new, better prompts. So imagine, like one source described, you have a notebook filled with documents about open source intelligence OSINT. Tools, websites, methods, all your research is in there.
Right, your personal OSINT knowledge base.
Exactly. Now, when you need to write a new prompt for an OSINT task, instead of trying to remember every single tool or technique, you go into the notes section within that OSINT notebook and ask the NotebookLM AI right there, hey, based only on the sources in this notebook, draft a prompt to guide an AI in researching someone using public info, making sure to include the tools and methods mentioned right here.
Ah. And because it's grounded only in your OSINT documents, the prompt it suggests will be super specific and context-aware. It'll reference the actual tools you think are important, the ones in your curated sources, not just general stuff.
That's the idea. It's leveraging your curated knowledge base to help you craft the instruction. It's a prompt built from your own expertise, essentially.
That's pretty powerful.
It really changes the game.
Yeah.
This whole structured approach, repository, analysis, writing a distance, all grounded in your data, helps you move from, well, guessing,
Yeah, that scattered feeling.
to actually engineering better prompts, analyzing what worked, why it worked, and using that knowledge to build new targeted instructions.
So, wrapping up, using NotebookLM this way, it's about curating, structuring, and then really analyzing your AI instructions.
Yeah.
Turning those scattered notes into a system that learns from your own experience.
Taking control, basically, making your interaction with AI more deliberate and effective.
Right. So here's something to think about. What happens when you stop treating your AI prompts as just these disposable one-off inputs? What if you treat them as this growing, analyzable knowledge base that's completely unique to your work, your goals? How could that unlock totally new levels of effectiveness in how you use AI every day?